Hey everybody, Michael Tebow, Business Development Manager here at Hive Digital Strategy, and today I want to talk to you about the importance of your CRM. Now, a lot of you are thinking it's 2019, everybody's using a CRM, I've been doing it for years, and that's great, but you'd be surprised at the amount of clients that I talk to who are still writing things in notebooks or keeping things in the top of their head or using an Excel spreadsheet. And all of those things are great, but they're outdated, they're archaic at this point. So really what I would suggest is if you are using a CRM, but maybe you're not happy with it or you're not using it properly, or if you're not using one at all, now is the time to change things. Now is the time to push your business forward. So let's start with what a CRM is. It's just a customer relationship management tool. And so it's really going to be the hub for everything with your customers. From the minute you put in that lead, every single interaction, every communication, every email sent, every phone call, the deals that are closed, the different projects that get added on, whatever it might be, it's all going to be there in that CRM. And so a couple big things that you'll get out of it is it's that centralized database that anyone can use in your organization. So if I'm reaching out to a client, I've been working them for 6 months, there's a lot of communication that goes into those 6 months. Once I close that deal, I pass it off to an account manager. I kind of wipe my hands clean. I don't do a lot with that client from that point on. But that account manager doesn't know everything that's happened, doesn't know every conversation that's been had, doesn't know the questions that have been asked and how I've answered them. And all of that should be in your CRM to create a seamless transition. Additionally, unfortunately, people are going to leave the company. And so when a new sales rep takes over that territory or when a manager's got to come in or whatever it might be, all of that information, again, is going to be in there. It's going to make those moments that much easier for you and your team. So having that centralized database where all of the communication is laid out in front of you, really as simple as one click to get there, it's such a nice and easy thing to have. Another big thing that a CRM does for you and your team is it tracks pipelines, right? If you're using them properly, you're putting every single deal that moves on to an exploratory call, to the next call, maybe to a proposal sent, and then a closed deal or a lost deal even. All of that is going to be in there. And for whatever reason, forecasting your business, forecasting sales has never been easy. There's always small variables that throw things off the course, and you never hit that number perfectly. But using this and being able to say, hey, I sent out a proposal for $100,000 or whatever it might be, right? You're able to see, okay, I've got 6 proposals out right now. I've got 20 different exploratory calls that are going on over the next month or so. So you know that your pipeline is kind of where it needs to be. But at the same time, when you've got one exploratory call set and no proposals out, you're able to see, that your pipeline's a little bit bleak and that you need to probably push the gas a little bit more. So having that forecasting tool has really been a huge help for me and my team, and is really one of those things that helps us make business decisions for 3, 6, 12 months down the road, right? And finally, another huge thing that it gives back is those enhanced sales analytics. So if you're a sales manager, you're able to see what sales rep A is doing versus what sales rep B is doing. You're able to see who's making the calls, who's sending out the emails, who's adding enough leads to ensure that they hit their numbers. If you're just a one-man show, you're able to see, hey, over Q1 and Q2, which month performed better, why that might be. Maybe you were really gung-ho at the beginning of the year, made all those calls, added all those leads, and had a lot of success. And then quarter 2 comes, summer's right around the corner, things are heating up outside, and so you kind of take your foot off the gas and you're not as into your sales. But by being able to see kind of the analytics, comparing the data, seeing where input and output is going, it really helps you to grow the business at that point too. Now, advanced CRMs will have some features that maybe some free versions wouldn't have. Like we'll take, for example, HubSpot. That's what we use here at Hive. HubSpot will be able to tell you when your prospects are opening your emails, what they're clicking on, if they're going to your website, if they're clicking links that you send them, if they open proposals that you send them, whatever it might be, right? So that helps you stay in front of them at the right time. When they're thinking about you, you want to reach out to them. So that's one of those big features that really helps us move our business forward. So if you aren't using a CRM right now, I would tell you you've got to adopt one like as early as next week. If you are using a CRM but you're not getting some of those features that you like, or you're not using it properly, take some time, or I'm going to put a link in the blog that'll help you kind of go through, and you can say, hey, this is how big my organization is, this is the industry we're in, this is the geography that we're in, and it'll help you kind of pick the right CRM for you. So I would urge you guys to certainly take a look at that. But thanks so much for taking the time to watch this, guys. I really appreciate it. I hope it's helped you out at least a little bit, and take care and happy selling.